Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors just pulled off the unthinkable. With no Jimmy Butler tonight, everybody had the Golden State Warriors written off. Like, there's no way they can beat this Houston Rockets team. But Steph Curry was on a different level tonight. 36 points, 7 rebounds, 9 dimes, and was just unbelievable. And in this video, what I wanted to do is kind of break down a little bit of film and show you how they were able to do it. How they were able to pull away. Go on a 35-22 run in the fourth quarter. Look at this play here, guys. So all we're doing is we're going to send Buddy Hield to the basket and force them into a switch, right? So Fred VanVleet is going to go pick up that roll to the basket, and then Jalen Green is then going to pick up this little action by Steph Curry. Now, all we're running here is a stagger away screen with Draymond Green. He's going to face away from the basketball, right? He's going to set this screen, and we're going to force Jalen Green to pick up. So as this happens, look at the separation Steph is able to garner by just planting that left foot into the ground. Boom, slides back. Now, you're going to notice Steph Curry is going to kind of lull his defender to sleep. And when you give Steph Curry this much separation, right, he's going to take these shots. Whenever you get beat off that first initial step, you need to reestablish your ground. If you don't reestablish your ground on Steph Curry, he's going to shoot it, and he's going to make it. And he's going to make you pay. Again, we're going to break down a ton of film, so get your popcorn ready. Let's dive into this game. All right, here we go again. Another possession. Steph Curry absolutely dominates. Gets a one-on-one versus probably their best defender in Dillon Brooks, or at least their most physical defender, I guess you could say. And look at Steph Curry, once again, basically just staring at his eyes and saying, I am going to attack the hell out of you. Look at this, right? Acts like he's driving right, boom, crosses back over left, gets his defender Dillon Brooks leaning up in the air the opposite direction. Once he sees both of those feet leave the ground, boom, stop on a dime. There is no comeback. You already lost. Drains the three. Good luck, my friend. All right, look at this play here. Since they're top locking, instead of us driving to the basket like we always do, we're going to let Steph Curry come up and set a screen on Steven Adams. We call this a little bit of like an inverted pick and pop. Now, as we roll this or drive Draymond Green to the left side to the basket, you're going to see a rotation from this defense, because the last thing you want as the Houston Rockets is Steven Adams going and chasing Steph Curry to the top of the key on the pop, right? So boom, we set that screen, we force a switch off Dillon Brooks. Now look at Steven Adams. As he rotates over to Steph Curry, Fred VanVleet's like, no. We cannot allow that one-on-one to take place. So he sends what we call a fire, right? A double team from the top of the key. And now that you are in this double team area, now the defense is in what we call a blender. Now all of the pressure of the defense is on Alpi. Alperen Sengun has to cover not only point A, but also point B. And the good news about this team is everybody can shoot the three ball on the floor right now, which means you're extremely dynamic, right? So all we're going to do is swing it, and now look at this. Alpi has to play both the corner man and Buddy Hield as well. All we're going to do is fake pass. He overcommits to the pass, and Buddy Hield gets a wide open three, and guess what? He drains it. What a play by Steph Curry, setting the screen, initiating a blender of the defense, and finding the open shooter. Let's go. All right, another big time play here. Down by 1, 7 minutes to go. We get Pods driving into the lane, drawing a little bit of defense rotation. Now again, they're in that blender where you got 2 guys, even maybe 3 guys on Pods. We swing it cross court, put all the pressure once again on one guy and force them to rotate over. Look at Jalen Green rotating, Dillon Brooks rotating. We have our dunker spot, we have our cross court corner, and then we have Quinn Post here at the top of the key with Pods as the passer. Now, as we are able to get these guys to overcommit to the three, now we're going to drive and spray. Okay, what does that mean, spray? It means when you drive in, you spray back out to either the top of the key or the three-point line, but we find the rolling Quinn Post, who puts up a push floater wide open. Should have been an and one. A little bit of body contact after the shot, but you know, that's fair. Fair no call, but either way, great shot here by Post. And again, look at the ball movement this team was playing with tonight. They were unbelievable. All right, another big time play here by Steph Curry. We're getting a screen from Gary Payton. We're in this high pick and roll, and as we roll Gary Payton to the basket, we know this defense is going to hedge over the screen and fight over the screen, kind of initiating what we like to call a short roll with the playmaker and Gary Payton. Now, as a short roller, your job is not specifically to score the ball, okay? Your job is to find the open man off the rotation because, again, once you initiate that quick double team, now you have leverage to the basket. We hit him in that short roll, and we understand that this guy either has to cover that corner man, who now is not a shooter in Kevon Looney, but also has to cover the roller, right, the short roller in Gary Payton. Now look at this. Even when you don't have a shooter, we're going to rotate this guy baseline, make sure we get even more pressure, maybe get a backside lob to the basket, and Gary Payton looks over there, gets this guy to be flat-footed instead of going up for the shot block. He's flat-footed, and now Gary Payton's able to get a wide-open layup. Again, everybody on this team is so smart with the basketball in their hands, man. Look at this. Look over to my rolling big. Boom. Jumps in the wrong direction. You just played yourself. Now, guys, before we get any further into the video, do me a big favor. Hit that like button. If we get over 500 likes on this video, I will drop a part 2 tomorrow. Tomorrow night, you'll get another one of these videos covering more film, and I want to see some P2s in the comment section down below. Lastly, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost a thing. Like I said, Warriors videos all year. Let's go. Here we go. Steph Curry one-on-one with Jalen Green. Once again, man, we do this a lot. We spread out the floor. We stack one side. We put one guy in the strong side corner. That way, if we drive, we draw strong side rotation. Now we have an open corner shooter. But we get this one-on-one. We drive in. We draw that rotation. And we kick out. The execution of this basketball team is unbelievable. And Steph Curry is so smart. And again, this offense, the way they run it is so genius. Again, stacking one side of the floor. The only rotation you can get is from the strong side corner. If we're able to get in front of this man, we have a wide open corner shooter, man. I love it. I love watching this team play, and they are so unbelievably smart that it makes me love basketball way more than I did before. And they did this without Jimmy Butler, man. They did it without Jimmy Butler. Let's get some W's in the chat. Here was another big-time play as well. We use Steph Curry as a distraction. We get it over to Pods. Now, all we're doing is setting up a fake little screen here for Steph. We're going to roll our guy Gary Payton straight to the basket as we set up this fake little rotation. And look at this, right? They pre-switch everything. When they think a screen is coming, they pre-switch this thing. But when the screen never comes and we just roll right to the basket, now you're doubling Steph Curry for no reason. And you get a wide open dunk on the other end for Gary Payton. Essentially, Steph Curry goes down, hits that big time three that we showed you in the beginning of the video, and this team was off and rolling. I mean, they won this game fair and square, played well, didn't shoot the ball amazingly from the field or the three-point line, but just gave it their all. Defensively, were locked in, and they held the Rockets to 39% from the field tonight, and also 14 turnovers. I love it. It was a great win. Let's go, man. On to the next. If you want part 2, let me know. Subscribe, hit the like button. I'll see you tomorrow.